It is a Monday morning, and the week begins with NAIA soccer and a good matchup here in Klamath Falls at the Oregon Tech soccer field. As it's the Lady Owls and Hope International from Fullerton, California, as Tech plays match 2 of a 5-game homestand that'll take us almost to the end of the month of September. Mike Safford with you live here on a brisk morning. Rain's supposed to get here later in the afternoon. In fact, it is supposed to rain all week long, something that we haven't seen in this area for a while. So it's kind of great that we are playing at this time to not have to deal with the weather, but the temperatures definitely a lot cooler than what we have had when Tech played on Thursday against Westcliff University. Temperatures were in the mid-80s when Hope International was here on Saturday taking on Corbin. They had temperatures around 80. Right now, temperatures about 55 degrees here in the Basin. Tech comes in 2-1-1 on the season. The Lady Owls in a spot where they are trying to continue their group. Themselves and the Masters, really the only two that have remained. The rest have moved on, majority to the Division II. That Cal Baptist is a D1 team. A good tackle over there by junior Shelby Geiger, but Tech couldn't control the possession. 5 minutes in, game has been played between the 18s. Bevan plays Chloe Cook in the middle. Good overplay by the Royals. Bella Ochoa finds Lenosa in space, then they play wide. Stepping up is Shelby Kane, serves it into the box, and it's headed away by the Tech defense. They'll try it again with Lenosa. Sophomore from the state of Hawaii. And a whistle, and it'll be a foul called against the visitors. So Tech will get a free kick. OIT men's team on their way home from Arizona as we speak. Tech 1-0-1 on their trip to Phoenix, picking up a win against Arizona Christian. Last night, played a scoreless draw against Park Gilbert as a through ball, and in space comes Caitlin Price. Price to the 18, tries to slot one through, had a runner, that was Ellitson. She wasn't able to get there, but Raymundo able to keep it alive to Jaylee Curran, serves it back in, and it's touched out by the Royals. Curran still fighting. He's going to get some space just outside the box. Shot just wide off the left post. Little hand fighting there between Curran, and they are going to say corner kick. So they said there was a deflection on that shot. And so Tech will get a set piece here in the 8th minute. I believe it'll be from the left side, and typically it's Curran who does the honors. So it looks like it will be the junior, or should I say the sophomore, to try to play one. There is wind. It is blowing across the field from the near touch line to the far as you look at the field. Tech has numbers in the box. They'll play middle of the area. It's headed out by the Royals. Trying to play a second ball is Glazebrook out wide. Can she get there before Valenzuela? Yes, but Valenzuela able to take it right from her. But Tech able to use some stout defense to regain possession. First real chance for either team right there. We're scoreless in the 9th minute. Two teams that made it to the national tournament a year ago. Two teams that played down in Fullerton a season ago, and Tech won that one by a score of 3-2. Got a late goal to knock off the Royals. Hope International lost in the first round of the national tournament in penalties to the team that Tech played on Thursday, that being Westcliff. Curran serves one deep into the left corner, and it'll be a throw in for Hope International. Tech's back line of Glazebrook, Hashizaki, and Geiger. Defensive midfielder is Chloe Cook. The wingers of Soskis and Curran. Up top, Maddox working there with Caitlin Price as they come up the near side. Ball served to the near wing, and a nice job by Glazebrook to slow down that rush. As they were trying to ball down the near sideline to find the senior Indy Sturm, second year in the program for Hope International out of Scottsdale Community College. Possession for the Royals, and they work it wide. That's Bizarro, top of the 18. Tipped away, low slotted shot. Really just a miss hit from Pacheco that's collected by Oregon Tech goalkeeper Emma Bevan. Bevan making her third consecutive start, split time in that 0-0 game on Thursday with Ellie Hiller, who has started the other two contests. Price down the near side, trying to find some support. Tried to go into Cook, a miss hit there, but Glazebrook steps up and plays the middle. Ellison out wide. Hashizaki now left side. Plays back to the middle. Price, middle of the pitch. Three players around her trying to win the ball and can't. Good work in the middle there by McLean. Royals with really unique numbers and uniforms. We noticed it the other day when they were taking on Corbin. Numbers very difficult to read. I'm not sure whoever designed the uniforms, if it was on purpose to make it difficult to read or not. As they'll play a through ball and no one home. It'll roll all the way to the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Tech. But they had black uniforms the other day with silver numerals and no piping around the numbers or no border. Today they go white uniforms with silver numerals and shorts and no outline as well. So it is very difficult, especially at a distance, to read those numbers. Now, sometimes that is on purpose. As a pileup just outside the box, that was just the turf monster coming and grabbing Indy Sturm. And they're going to say ball was off the sideline, and it's going to go back into the hands of Hope International. 13th minute. Teams feeling each other out. Only one dangerous chance thus far. And that was a chance from Jaylee Curran from about 20 yards out on the right side. Ended up being a corner kick, but Tech was unable to get an attempt off on the corner kick. Middle of the field, Tech able to win the ball. Ellison. Out there was Valle. Can't get it. So we come back the other way. Trying to stay on sides, Valenzuela. Across the top of the 6-yard box and chips one off a Tech player and out. It'll be a throw-in for the visitors. GSAC also with 10 soccer playing teams this year. They've added La Sierra this season. They've also added Soka University. Ball played into the area. Fighting out was Stum. They chip it back to the top of the area. Valenzuela was there. Now it's Bizarro. Tech trying to clear. They haven't thus far. Tipped out by Rivera. Still to the midfield. That possession continues to work backwards for Hope International. And now finally Tech controls. Valle. Caitlin Price, middle of the field. All the way across to Hashizaki along the near side. She'll step up, try to play a wide ball, and it's knocked away. It's going to roll out to Tech. 15 minutes in. It's Hashizaki to play the ball in. And they'll move up a little bit closer for her on the near touch line. No, they said it's Hope International. I didn't see that. Off the throw in, Stum with some space. Plays the ball in, and it's saved. First chance for Hope International. And right there was Bevan to make a play for Tech. So both teams with shots early on. Tech's a little more dangerous. Hope International was not afraid to put shots from distance or attempt to score in that game against Corbin. Put up 24 shots in the afternoon, but only found home once. A good angle pass. Valle was on a run, but a tough touch. Ball played to the middle, then out wide to Bizarro. Kane and Ellison on an overplay has it for Tech. Try to play it back to Price, and Tech trying to maybe be too technical today. Sometimes you want to play more direct. Back and forth we go in the midfield. Geiger, Curran. Now Cook in the middle. Steps up. Lost possession. Had one extra touch, I think, there, and that one late touch got her a little bit out of position. Working wide. Valenzuela to the middle. Cook able to touch it away. Long, low hack at it. Off the foot of Lenosa. Gets touched back. Still in the midfield. Ellison tried to play it wide, but it's jumped on by Stum and jumped back to the midfield for Kane. 18th minute in a scoreless game. Working forward, that's Rivera. Tries to go wide. And it'll be a goal kick for the Owls. You look at the preseason schedule in the Cascade. Yesterday, Eastern Oregon played Whitman to a draw. Southern Oregon 3-1 thus far. Carroll, a couple good solid wins. They're a team that will be in the mix. Rocky Mountain has played well early in the season. College of Idaho, which made it to the national semifinals last year. They picked up a big win yesterday against number 3 ranked John Brown University. It looks like Hope International's gonna bring in a couple reserves the next opportunity. We'll wait to see when they get that chance. They sub very freely their entire bench in that match against Corbett. They were not afraid to bring bodies in. Stum trying to work the far side. And that ball will go out. It'll be a throw in for OIT. It looks like Tech will bring in a sub the next opportunity that they have. Quick touch. Back to the midfield. Ball crossed into the area. Backside, Valenzuela. Shot up and a goal. Anna Pacheco with the goal. And it's 1-0. It got touched around in the area, and it was able to find a home. So both teams will make substitutions during this break, but Pacheco got the rebound. It was Valenzuela who had touched it back to her and went top right, left corner to get the score. So an early lead for the squad from California. It looks like Hope International's still going to sub another. They brought in Callie Aguilar off the bench. Tech has brought in Sydney Soskis up top. Tech trailing early by a score of 1-0. On a banger of a goal from about 15 yards out. And that was the difficulty for me on that goal. With the numbers that Hope has, couldn't see exactly who it was that scored. But it was Pacheco, the sophomore from Chino Hills. And just as they did against Corbin the other day, an early goal in the first half. This is a big one for both teams in terms of arc ratings and trying to see whether the GSAC, the CalPAC, the Cascade, or the Premier leagues in the Cascade. I should say in the NAI on the West Coast. As I believe it'll be a throw-in for Tech. Brandy Valdez, Annie Holst both set to check in for the first time. As Tech plays a ball across the pitch, trying to get Soskis along the near sideline. She'll run out of room. Gets one touch on the ball, gets two touches on the ball, tries to play one through, and Ruiz comes in to make the play. Halfway through the first half. And Hope International out to an early lead. There's already been more action today than what we saw the other day. Long ball trying to find Soskis. Sydney touches it back to Ellitson. Maddox, Ellitson. Tech trying to get a corner. Instead, they'll get a throw in. What a great through ball. I believe it was Cook that made that one. Tech was on the attack. Curran will step up to take the throw in along the far sideline. Plays it into the area. One hop, it's in the middle, and it in! Sydney Saskis for Tech! And we are even. Curran played a ball into the middle of the area. After it was touched back to her, it bounced over the top of the keeper and found a home. And just like that, we're all square. So it didn't take long for Tech to get the equalizer. Tech has brought Claire Cowan in. So Tech has gone to their bench. Looks like they'll have another substitution. All of a sudden, a little energy for the team in Navy. Tech taking advantage of their own home turf. And a bad hop. And squared this thing at one apiece. Up the far sideline, that's Stump. Geiger trying to win a ball out there. And it'll be a substitution for Tech. Looks like Kaylin Ness on. And off will go Caitlin Price. That's indeed the call. 1-1, 25 in. Both goals occurring just minutes apart. And it looks like on is Aguilar, off goes Pizarro. That's indeed the substitution. And a whistle, and it will go against Hope International. So Oregon Tech able to break through, just as Southern Oregon did against Hope in game one of this trip. Royals have had a chance to get acclimated being here at elevation for a few days, but it's never the easiest thing to do, as Geiger will play it into the offensive third for Tech. Out wide to Hashizaki. Kaylin Ness touches it in. Ellitson trying to get some support. Thought Cook might be there, but she wasn't. And so it goes back over to the visitors. We'll not have a hydration break today. I would be shocked if we have a hydration break the rest of the season. The temperatures, at least for the next couple weeks, supposed to be a lot cooler. Back Wednesday, I think the high temperature is supposed to be 62. As it'll be a throw in for Hope International. Jaylee Curran had the assist on the Tech goal. Got knocked over, but they say she was the one who caused the issue. That she had tripped and knocked the Royals player over. Visitors will play quickly. Out wide to Kane. Back to the middle of the field. That's Peyton McLean, senior from Whittier, California. Give and go. Valenzuela trying to go wide, trying to find a runner out there, and it goes long. Almost a third of the way in. And each team with a goal. Pacheco got one in the 18th. Tech got one from Soskus in the 25th. Hashizaki gives it up. Stum has it. Touched there by Aguilar and knocked away by Tech. Second ball. And the referee gets in the way. And he'll hand it back to Tech. A little benefit there for the Lady Owls. Looks like Nalia Robinson going to come on at the next opportunity for OIT. Trying to get a run to Stum and couldn't. Bevan comes in to make the play and then works it out wide to Hashizaki. Geiger, who's been very good in her debut season for Tech, in the back. And there will be Robinson. I believe she's coming on for Ellitson for Tech. Both teams not afraid to use their bench. Hope International also bringing a body on. Madison Lopez. So 5 reserves on for HIU. It's unlike the professional game where you're limited to how many reserves you can bring onto the field. Unlimited subs at the NAI level. As Aguilar out wide and a miss hit on a ball that'll end up going to the end line. "32 minutes in. Ness trying to get onto a ball. Hashizaki with a little bit of space. Now Robinson's first touch. She scored a goal in her collegiate debut against Benedictine Mesa here a couple weeks back. Cook into the middle. That's Soskus. And she was trying to go wide to volley and not there. Substitution. As I mentioned, that's Lopez on. Down the near sideline, that's Aguilar. Kane still in there, as is Stum up the middle of the field. Play a ball wide. Valenzuela into the area, right at Bevan. Good idea for the team in white. Just didn't get enough on that service. Get it over the top. Good things could have happened. As Cook loses possession. It was in the middle and Holtz has it. And Holtz gets it back and touches it to Ochoa. Back outside. Valenzuela with a left foot. That gets hit right back into her. No, they're going to call a foul on Tech. Must have been a handball. It's actually Jordan Galvin who is out there, player who I do not have come into the ballgame. Must have just recently come on. Tech trying to play it wide. Cohen trying to get there, couldn't. Robinson. Unlucky touch. Nice job by Geiger to stop the pressure. Galvin now out wide. Nine minutes left in the period. We're all square at one. Getting out wide, that's Aguilar. Spins against Hashizaki, and Kaylee able to, for now, win the ball, and does so. Just a great individual effort from Kaylee Hashizaki for Oregon Tech. Earns the possession back. But off the free kick, initially won by Hope. Glazebrook plays it into the midfield, headed back Robinson. Back and forth between about 5 or 6 players. When it's all said and done, it'll be a throw in for OIT. Both teams with identical shot lines. Both teams 2 shots, both teams 1 goal. That's Robinson. Hashizaki trying to find the foot of someone. Cohen had a chance, but unable to get there. Another substitution for Hope International. Kira Christensen, a sophomore, is on. Inside of 7 minutes here in the period. Of the 10 field players for Hope International. 7 right now are reserves. Tech has made 4 changes. Good cross into the area. Claire Cohen there, trying to beat her player off the dribble. Initially got past the center back, but couldn't get there. Robinson tried to jump that pass and forces a throw in. The 2 youngsters for the Tech team. Robinson from the Seattle area, Cohen from the state of Utah. Trying to win it again. Saska's able to get there. Cohen steps forward. Touches one to Kaylin Ness. Now it's Curran. Cowan. Tried a shot attempt. It's headed in the middle of the area. Cohen now has it for Tech. Trying to earn a corner, can't. And the ball finally cleared by the Royals. Geiger. Tech pushing numbers up front. Hashizaki. A line drive of a cross that goes way wide. Inside of 5 minutes left in the half. Will one of these 2 teams strike here late in the period? You know, both sides would really love to be able to get to the break, at worst at 1-1. Saskis over on the far side playing with a lot of energy right now. Four minutes left in the half. As that ball squirted all the way through. Lenoza had a touch on it for a minute. Saskis weaving. Touches a ball into the middle. Robinson there. Tries to go out to Cohen. I don't think she'll get to it. But it'll force a throw in deep in the offensive third for Oregon Tech. Ball be played in near side. That's Ochoa. They'll get it back to their backs. Stepping up. That's McLean. Ochoa in the middle. Out wide to Aguilar. At the 3-minute mark. Only 18th minute by Anna Pacheco. Got Hope International on the board. Sydney Saskis took advantage of a bad hop on a ball played towards the area by Jaylee Curran. And was able to slot home the equalizer. It's a long ball played to the middle. And Emma Bevan with a collection there. Chloe Cook for Tech. Curran asking for it. Not the pass they wanted. That was dangerous. Ochoa in the counter. Shot. And a goal. I said it was dangerous. Valdez the goal off the feed from Ochoa, and it's 2-1. Brandy Valdez after the poor cross by Tech. And the Royals back on top 2-1. And you could see how that came to play. Chloe Cook with a poor clearance. And a nice job by Bevan, the Tech keeper, to get a part of the hand on that shot, but couldn't keep it from going out. So Tech back in comeback mode again. Tom Moore not going to be pleased. A lot of times coaches call that soft goals. Glazebrook going to have to clear that one away. Gus just came through, took the tent with us. We have the tent staked down. For some reason, this stake in front of me, it seem like it came undone. I'm not sure how or why. And it looks like a corner has been given to the Royals. So they're going to get a chance. We'll see who's going to take it for them. It'll be Galvin with a left foot, middle of the area. Punched out initially, flicked back through, cleared for a moment. 29 seconds left. It looks like that might get us to the break. We'll see. There's a clock at 20 seconds, and it looks like Hope International is going to just take their time, and we'll count it down with them for the final 10 seconds. Your score after 45 minutes reads Hope International 2 and Oregon Tech 1. We hope that you'll stick around for our second half. That's coming up here in a moment. Right now, as you're watching Oregon Tech Soccer on the Owls Sports Network.
Fall into autumn all September at Clamoya Casino and win your share of over $41,000 in cash and prizes. Rake in the dough during our Autumn Riches drawings every Friday. Feel the fall fun on Thursdays in our Leaf It to Luck hot seats. Play and win up to $500 in cash in our Battleground slot tournaments every Saturday and be blown away with Clamoya's Golden Leaf hot seats every Sunday. Come play, enjoy great food, and stay in our hotel. Only at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a big...
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Mountain Dew.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Second half of action underway here from Klamath Falls. Glad he could join us here on the Owls Sports Network. Hope International with a 2-1 lead. Trying to get players reset for both sides. As the ball worked upfield. And a foul on Tech. We'll continue the push. Both teams will have reserve keepers on the field. As the ball into the area, turn left-footed shot, gonna go wide. That was Valenzuela. OIT looks like they have a lot of the same players on the field. As it's one again. By Hope. The new keeper for Tech is Ellie Hiller. Down the far sideline, can't get onto the ball. Soleil Ellison back on. Robinson still out there for the Lady Owls. And it'll be cleared. It'll be Soskus who has Tech's goal. We'll have a throw in along the far sideline. Play it into Fetch, right back to Soskus. Tried a low little liner into the area. Tipped around. Curran got a foot on it, but not much. Ellison, Valle, Curran, plays it wide to Robinson. Can she get onto it? Yes. And I think Tech's going to get, no, they say Robinson last touched it. So it'll be a goal kick for Brittany Hazelton, senior keeper from Anaheim, California. Play quickly out of the back. Rivera. Cook. All the way back to Fetch, the freshman. Valle. Finds Curran right in front of our position. Curran touches it. Valle. Plays it near post and a save. Going down to a knee was Hazelton to make the play. Tech chasing a goal here early in the second. Late goal before the half by Brandy Valdez gave the Royals the lead. Down the near side. Galvin. Now it's Lenosa. Robinson tried to go a touch down the line to Valle and a little too much pace. And Tech will be back in action a week from today. They'll play 3 matches next week. They'll take on Simpson on Monday, Northwest Friday, Evergreen State Saturday to start the conference slate. Men's team's non-conference season is over as Hashizaki steps forward. Plays it into the area. Fetch with a head, but it's going to go wide. Hustlin' Owls yesterday played Park Gilbert to a scoreless draw down in Mesa, Arizona. They'll head up to Spokane on Friday for a friendly against Gonzaga as Jaylee Curran wins the ball out of the back, and Tech will get a throw in. So Tech men 2-0-3 heading into conference play. Their game against Gonzaga will not be a counter. Robinson in the area. Touched it up and finally cleared out by the Royals. And a good move there for Stump. Glazebrook trying to clear her out, can't. But an unlucky pass for the Royals as Hashizaki got in front of it. Tipped it back to the midfield. Can Tech counter? Valle will play it back to Curran along the near sideline. Then back to Geiger even further. So Tech does not try to press on the offensive end. Chloe Cook. Soskis won't get there. Poor distribution for Tech in that series. Robinson, the freshman. Try to get it to Fetch. Hashizaki. And again, not good distribution from the midfield. Hope International hoping to counter on it, and they will. As a foul called along the far side. It'll be an opportunity for the Royals. And it'll be Galvin who will play it. She's used a left boot most of the time this day. Couple corner kick opportunities for her. She'll play it in. Punched out by the Tech keeper. Hiller just went up and just launched it with a two-hand punch. Gonna have to play the keeper. McLean. In space is Holtz. Trying to play a through ball. Glazebrook was there. And a whistle, and it will go against Hope International. Tech gone deep. And they're going to earn a corner to Soskus. So a chance at an equalizer for Oregon Tech. Just their second corner kick of the afternoon. Or I should say the morning. We're not to noon yet. Jaylee Curran typically looking in this situation. Ellison at the back post is the mark that she's looking for. She goes near post, punched out by the keeper. Hashizaki, a one-time little chip, is going to go wide. Couple substitutions on for the visitors. Bringing a couple of their starters back on. Anna Pacheco back in. She had the goal. Ball chipped in. Off the bounce. Oh, we saw that the other day. Where that bounce, not the easiest when you're used to playing on grass. On that ball served in from Jaylee Curran. Valdez back on. Also back on is Pacheco. As he'll play it all the way back to Hiller. And there'll be a throw in for Hope. Good long throw in into the back. Unable to be the first to touch it there was Rivera. She knew she was in an offsides position. But Tech able to give them a second chance. Oh, good pass inside, looking back post. That was Stump. She misses wide. All of a sudden, both teams showing a little push on the offensive end. Into the middle. Galvin gonna earn a corner. Will be the second corner kick here in the period for Hope International. Yes, and again it'll be Galvin to take it, the left-footed. Top of the six, still in there. Tipped around, flicked out, hit back in again, and out to the midfield. Tech trying to win a ball, volley does. Miranda gonna be 1v1 with the keeper, shot, goal! Miranda volley ties it at 2. Off the clearance. And a 1v1 40-yard run. She slots it past Hazelton to the bottom right corner. And Oregon Tech has gotten themselves even her second goal of the year. Great individual effort by the senior. And just as it was last year between these two sides, We're tied 2-2. It was 3-2 the final last season. That ball was just pinballing around the box for Hope International. Ball got cleared. Fetch had a little bit of a touch. It got blocked back into space. And just beyond the center circle, Vale was able to touch it and then got a run. And she was being chased by McLean, but was just very calm and put that one away. And so Tech, for the second time today, has been able to get an equalizer. We're in the 61st minute. Ball miss hit again. And Tech will be the benefit. And when you're a team from California coming up here to the base, and that final 30 is always the toughest. Any team that comes here not used to playing at the elevation. And you see it in the GSAC when teams go to Prescott, Arizona to take on Embry-Riddle, which is at 5,000 feet of elevation, even higher than where we are. We're tied at 2. Goals by a pair of seniors for OIT. Satskis, Vale in space, has numbers, and offsides went Hashizaki. Will they call the offside? I don't think there was a touch. So I believe it's going to be a goal kick because there wasn't a touch. Flag went up. I never saw a touch. But nope, they'll call the offside. That one I don't get. Because the pass made, players in the offside position, but never actually contacted the ball. But maybe she did. Tech playing with the wind at their back here in the second half. And it's a brisk wind on this cool Monday morning. It'll be a throw in for OIT near the midfield stripe. Shelby Geiger trying to play to the feet of Curran. Couldn't. Now it's Galvin. Long ball trying to get a run. Glazebrook against Sturm, their leading scorer. Andy Sturm in the near corner. Glazebrook able to keep it in. She gets knocked to the pitch, and it'll be a foul on Hope International. Geiger will play it out of the back. Quick touch in the middle. That's Rivera. Plays it wide. Pacheco. And it'll be a goal kick for Oregon Tech. "65 minutes in." That matchup that Hope International had against Corbin, even though it was just a 1-0 game, pretty much a snoozer. This one, the complete opposite. Couple on for Hope International. So the team's making substitutions. Tech trying to play it wide. Soskas. Serves one in. And just high. Down the near side. Sturm. Finds Galvin. Splits the defender. Back post. No one home. Tipped it back in wide and clear. Chance there on the back post. For the Royals. Fetch. Looked like a handball. No whistle. Ellison trying to play it to the corner and an unlucky touch. Tech going to make a substitution. As they're going to bring support in the back. Ariela Sanchez Hermosillo will come in and give Glazebrook a little breather. Halfway home here in the second. Curran has kind of moved into more of a support role. Tech looks like they've gone four to the back. Good tackle and one for a moment by the Royals. That was Sturm that able to make a good play. Second ball. Kane came up and won that one. Just over 20 to go in a 2-2 ball game. Robinson has a little room. Plays into Fetch. Who wins to the ball, and it's McLean. Didn't even allow her keeper to get to it. And Tech will get a throw in along the far touchline. "69 minutes in. Battle inside. Hashizaki can't get there, being shielded by the defender. And it's Hazelton who comes away with it for Hope. Cook wins the first ball. Robinson trying to win the second. They'll say play on. But stepping forward, no, they're going to call a foul, and they're going to call it on Tech. I didn't see that one. The Royals will get a free kick out of it. They'll play quickly in the back. Kane trying to work it to Aguilar down the far side. And it'll be a throw-in. Now it's Rivera. Tech will play it out into the midfield. Soskus with a good touch. Soskus still trying to keep it in space. Cook sends one to the midfield. Tech pressuring in the back and will earn a free kick. I should say a throw-in. A substitution for the Owls. Soskus to come off. And back onto the field will come Ryan Maddox. With under 19 minutes left. Hashizaki chips it in. Robinson looked like a handball. They didn't call it. Yes, they did. Tech looks like they'll sub again here in a moment. From here, it looks like McCall Chambers. Ball into the area, and it'll be a Tech substitution. And I was right, it is Chambers for Fetch, who played well off the bench here in the period. Really gave some energy up top. Hashizaki the throw-in. Chambers couldn't win it. It'll go back to the white shirts. That should come the other direction, and it will. So Geiger will have it right at the midfield stripe to try to send one to the 18. We're tied at 2. The Miranda Valle goal has evened it. Second ball all the way out of the midfield, controlled by Tech. But then the turnover. Still in the midfield. Finally played by the Royals. Maddox. Now into the back is McLean. It'll be a Tech throw-in. Looks like 3 on, maybe 4 on for Hope. Nearing the 15-minute mark. Ball going to get all the way in, and it'll be a goal kick for OIT. Tech unable to win the free kick out of the back. Ball wide. That's Valenzuela. Touched away. Was it a handball? They say no. That might have been a gift for Tech. Looked like a potential handball that could have went against OIT. It'll be Galvin to try it. And it's cleared out by the Owls. But right back into the hands of Galvin. Galvin going to get another corner out of it, I think. No. It'll be a throw-in. As that ball got thrown in, ends up being another corner. I'm shielded from the play there to be able to see it. So another chance for the Royals. Galvin, near post, headed out by Tech. Hashizaki trying to clear it and does. Gets it back into the midfield. And the wind will push it all the way to the midfield stripe. Looks like Raymondo going to come back on for Tech. Next opportunity. May also see Glazebrook for Tech. That's a good touch. Curran to the midfield. Sanchez. And a foul on Tech. Maddox will get the call. Tied at 2 in the 77th minute, almost to the 78th. Ball chipped in. Headed away initially. Still in there. Stum. Working wide. That's Aguilar. Cross. And Tech's going to get a goal kick. And the clock will stop with 11:35 left. $18 off. 5 on. One of the new rules that they put in a year ago that inside of the final 15 minutes, if there's a substitution, that the clock stops. Tech pressing deep. Raymondo! Cross in front! And it's going to be a corner kick for Tech. Oh, that was dangerous. I am not sure what Hazelton was doing. Tech nearly got the go-ahead goal. On the counterattack, they tried to play back to the keeper. Hazelton couldn't get it distributed. And Raymondo was behind the defense and nearly got a touch in. So now it's Jaylee Curran. Has an assist on a goal today. That was the first one. She'll play it middle of the 6. Ellison was there, just couldn't get it. Was it a touch? Yes. Tech will get another one. Soleil Ellison so good in the air for the Lady Owls. Has a goal already this season. Will be inside of 10 minutes when this free kick is taken. To be a low liner this time. Touched out. Valle plays it back. Curran, nifty move. Inside the area. Touch a shot. Goal! Soleil Ellison! And Tech's got the lead. Curran played it into the middle, and Ellison was there and hammered it in. What a ball! And just like that, the Lady Owls, for the first time today, on the right side of the scoreboard, leading Hope International 3-2. Both teams now set to sub as we are back to action. Hope International now got to press. They'll play one in, back post, and offsides is the call. Clock ticking down. And it'll be Geiger to bring it in play. Can Tech hang on? Eerily similar to last year. Tech to substitute. Looks like Curran coming off. With 8:30 left in the ball game. Tech has scored a pair of goals here in the second half to take the lead. They trailed 1-0. They trailed 2-1. Maddox out wide. Trying to touch it into Chambers and couldn't. Raimondo trying to run it down. Played back to the keeper. And off the line came Hazelton. 7:40 left in the ball game. Hope gonna sub one at the next chance, but the clock will run when they sub. Valle with a nice move. To the corner of the box, goes back post, and not there. See who the substitution is for Hope International. They will bring on Bizarro. Under 7 to play. Would be a huge win for the Lady Owls if they can hold on over the final 6+ minutes. It would be a gritty win. But you got to get there first. And sometimes that final 5 minutes is the toughest. Glazebrook back on. Sanchez far side. It'll be a throw in for Oregon Tech. Both teams with 7 shots. But Tech's found the net 3 times. Inside of 6 to play. Ball hit into the area. And Tech able to clear it out to the midfield. Raimondo's out there. Touches it to Valle. And a throw in for OIT. Looked like a push in the back. Was. That's just going to run some clock. Tech in no hurry to restart. Take all the time you want. It'll be Elliotson to play it. And with the wind at her back, she should be able to get it there. We'll play short though. Valle to the corner. Is Tech going to try to play the stall tactic? And they were trying to earn a corner kick and couldn't. Could have used some more clock there. But either way, 30 seconds more came off. Inside of the final 4.5. Oregon Tech 3, Hope International 2. Trying a through ball. Touched in the middle. Sturm. Had the runner with Valenzuela, but it's cleared by Tech. Working in the middle. That was Lenoza. Play a ball into the area, cleared again by Tech. Near side, that's Ochoa. Ochoa gonna take a shot, it goes wide right. And Tech can use the clock with Ellie Hiller. Three and a half minutes on the clock. No overtime. Ball play all the way into the defensive third for a second. Geiger fighting for it. Along the far sideline, Kane steps up. She's played the entire way. Chance here. Ball crossed in. Unlucky touch for the Royals. It was off the foot of Stum. Had a chance just inside the 18. Didn't get the bounce she wanted. It's Stum again. Still outside the area. It'll be a throw-in once again. It'll be Bizarro to play it in. No. Long throw. Headed out by Tech. Inside of 2 minutes left. And it'll be a throw-in once again for Hope International. Trying to salvage a point. Are the Royals. Elliotson gets it out. Be another throw-in. 1:30 to go. Ball played wide. Everybody is up for Hope International. Fighting for it there is Stump. And a big pile up, and it's going to give Hope International, I think, a chance. Maybe not. They'll play on. Near side. That's Aguilar. Touched out to the midfield. Trying to win it is Chambers inside a minute to play. And now foul called on Tech. Maybe one last chance for Hope International. 45 seconds to go. Be played in by Galvin with 40 left. She is hitting into the wind. 35 seconds to go. Galvin into the area. Headed around. Touched wide. It'll be a corner. With 18 seconds left. Galvin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. At full time, score reads Oregon Tech 3, Hope International 2. That's going to do it. Tech able to survive. And they knock off Hope International today by a score of 3-2. As they get the goal late from Soleil Ellison. And withstand a flurry late in the contest by the Royals. And Oregon Tech improves to 3-1-1 on the season. We'll be back with you Friday evening, our first volleyball contest of the year. College of Idaho in town to take on the Owls. We hope that you'll join us from the Activity Center then. Final again, Tech 3, Hope International 2. I'm Mike Safford saying have a great rest of your Monday night.